Hi kids, it's your dad. So this video, short video, will be about happiness, and to be honest, I'm not sure I'm an expert on happiness, but I'm going to tell you what I know. So this video will be sort of a definition of happiness, my definition, what happiness is to me. It'll be about how to get back to happiness if you find yourself unhappy. And it'll be a little bit about a warning related to things, stuff, and how stuff makes you happy or unhappy, or can make you unhappy or happy. So, let's just start with my definition of happiness, of what happiness is for me. Happiness is the absence of fear or anger. That's what it is. It's the absence of fear or anger. For me, it's my default state. If I'm not afraid and I'm not angry, I'm happy. Almost all the time. So that's what happiness is to me. It's the absence of fear or anger. If I were to stay afraid or angry for too long, then sadness becomes my default state, and that's never good. You don't want to remain in that state, obviously. So how do you get out? How do you get out of sadness if you're sad? The main two ways of doing that, I think, are: one, gratitude. Be happy for the things that you have, for the life that you have, for the breath that you have. Be thankful for the time that you have, right? Be thankful for what you have. That usually helps a lot to get out of a funk of sadness. Is gratitude. So be thankful for the things you have is one path back to happiness when you're sad. Okay. Another path you'll hear about is fake it till you make it. You might have heard that, or pretend to be happy and eventually you'll be happy. Yeah, that's true. I think that's true. But the reason that works is because when you're pretending to be happy in order to become happy, or fake it till you make it, right? The thing that happens is you stop focusing on the stuff that makes, or I should say, I stop focusing on the stuff that makes me unhappy, or I should say the things that are causing me to be afraid or angry. If I stop focusing on those things, the things that cause me to be afraid or angry, then that's the fake it till you make it thing, right? That's what that means to me. Stop focusing on the things that are making me afraid and angry. So what about things, stuff? A lot of people think if I bought this thing, I might be happy, right? Recently I bought a Jeep, right? And that Jeep, while I was happy about the Jeep, I guess I was, I am happy, or I should say, I'm grateful that I have the Jeep. That's really what that is. I have a Jeep. I'm grateful that I have the Jeep. But the Jeep doesn't make me happy or unhappy. Things don't ever make you happy or unhappy. I don't want to say ever, but I can say that things never have made me happy, right? Especially for any length of time. Like, I'm going to have this Jeep for years, I assume. And, every day I'm not going to go out there and look at that Jeep and just be happy because I got this Jeep, right? That's not going to happen. the Jeep isn't going to make me happy. The things that I have isn't going to make me happy. In fact, I would almost say the opposite of that, to be truthful. I look at so many of my things, and it actually, because I have so many things, the number of things that I have is actually it makes me angry, which then, of course, makes me unhappy. For whatever reason, I'm not going to get into why so many things make me angry, or I would say, I'm not going to get into the reason why too many things make me angry, but they do. So I try not to focus on those things, and then of course that's when happiness returns. So that's what I have to say about happiness. So one, happiness for me is the lack of fear and the lack of anger. The second is when you find yourself unhappy for a long time, the way back usually is gratitude and stop focusing on the things that are making you unhappy, right? The fear, stop focusing on that. Stop focusing on the anger. You'll get happy again. And lastly, stuff that doesn't make you happy or unhappy. Don't make things a substitute for happiness. If you're unhappy, figure out why. It's probably fear or anger. All right, that's what I have to say. Love you, kids. Talk to you soon. Bye.